Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm actually going to make this fairly short and sweet. We're looking at graphics cards, specifically the higher end graphics cards of the GTX 1070 and the 1080's, along with the Vega 56 and 64s. Now, one of the things I do on a reasonably regular basis is take a look at graphics card prices, anything from really the GTX 1050 Ti's on up. And one of the things that I've noticed today is that you can actually find GTX 1070's for very near their original MSRP. So now we still have some GTX 1070's that are floating around here, and ignore some of the prices because some of these are the Ti variants. For example, this MSI one here sort of in the middle of the page. But you have this GTX 1070 WindForce OC. This is a gigabyte card for $480. But right next to it, we have an MSI Armor card, and granted, the Armor coolers have not been the best reviewed coolers out there, but that's $412. Some of these Zotac mini cards are actually some of the best values on the market right now. $420 on a mini variant, so you can fit it in a very small form factor PC, but also you still get a twin fan cooler, which does look to be pretty beefy, though I have not done any independent research to verify that these cards do stay extremely cool and quiet. But they do look to at least have somewhat of a beefy cooler considering their form factor. Hopping over to the 1080's, we actually see a very similar thing going on here. We have a Zotac Mini 1080 for $500 flat, which is actually cheaper than the original MSRP. And then over here you have a gigabyte, even tinier, just a mini ITX card here for $530, though if you can fit it in your case, definitely recommend the Zotac variant over the gigabyte one there, just because the cooling capacity, at least visibly, again, haven't tested these cards on my own, but visibly the cooling capacity of the Zotac card looked to be a lot better anyways. But then looking at these cards, I also started to wonder, hey, where are the AMD cards at? Because for a long time, the AMD cards have been significantly more expensive because they have been so much better at mining than their Nvidia counterparts. So I popped over to look at the Vega 64s, and I found the cheaper prices on Newegg here. And I found that, hey, the Vega 64s are actually starting to compete, or at least very nearly compete, with the GTX 1080s on price and performance. So you can get a Sapphire card here for $570, and it is available, at least right now. And then there are several other options that are under $600. Obviously, the Asus Strix card is not under that $600 mark, but everything else here on offer from Newegg is. The only downside to these Vega cards, other than paying slightly more, is that you do need a bigger case to fit them. You do need a better power supply because they eat more power, and you do need a little bit better airflow because, again, they generate more heat. But the trade-off here is that you get a cheaper adaptive refresh rate technology in FreeSync versus the G-Sync that Nvidia offers, which tends to drive up monitor costs a lot more than the FreeSync offering. So if you are looking to sort of pair your graphics card up with a new monitor, these Vega cards are actually starting to look like an attractive offer once again, if you have those prerequisites. And popping over to the Vega 56 is a very similar tale. Again, we saw the 1070s, which these cards compete with, at least in the performance realm, at $420-ish. You could find them. The Vega 56s, again, like the 64s, are still a little bit more expensive, but you can find them for as cheap as $480. And the nice thing about the Vega 56s, especially this gigabyte one here that's $480, is that they are, at least they tend to be a little bit smaller than the Vega 64s. They eat less power, but again, they compete with the 1070s on performance, and they're starting to compete again on price. And again, you get that FreeSync technology advantage if you go to buy a monitor. Again, FreeSync monitors do tend to be quite a bit cheaper than their G-Sync counterparts. So this has been a quick look at sort of the higher end graphics cards and their current pricing. Hopefully you liked this little update, and if you did, give this video a like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, and let me know if you're in the market for a GPU right now. What are you looking at? You're going Team Red or Team Green? Let us know down below. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Hoosier Hardware, and also, as always, I'll let YouTube queue up a few more videos around the screen from my channel for you to watch. I'm Shane with Hoosier Hardware, and I will see you guys in the next video.